So I had time to put on a shirt and a suit coat, but like Rand Paul, I refused to wear pants. So, iPads and politics, is that kind of the...
That's the name of the game today. I'm just wondering, have you used it at all for any political purposes?
Yes, actually, have you seen the... I'm trying to think of what app it is.
There it is.
Do you have one?
I don't. I don't have Dusty Trice money.
There's this app called My Congress.
I've seen that, and that's awesome.
It's absolutely the most breathtaking thing ever. You can pull up any representative, any senator. You can pull up things by zip code. It's got an auto-locate.
Mm-hmm.
So you just push it, and it figures out who your representative is and then returns their videos and whatever.
That's funny. I have, on my phone, it's an app called My Government.
Okay, yep.
And it's like that. The cool thing that this one has, and I don't know if they've made like an iPad-specific one, it has bills on it, so you can actually look up bills. And there's a spending section, like to see, I don't know. I haven't checked it out too much. But,
well, I mean, I do all my blogging on here. It has a really great WordPress app. If you're doing any blogging, especially with the iPad, I suggest getting a Bluetooth keyboard,
okay.
and the Apple keyboard's really great, fits in the bag, and there's a WordPress app that's right-sized for the iPad. I actually spend a lot of time writing speeches on here. I don't even have a stand or anything, just the keyboard was fine, and I use Pages. It's really nice because you can also use this as a jury-rigged teleprompter for a candidate.
Yes.
I had to do this with multiple candidates where I'll type it out and then just right-size it up to like 25-point font, put it in front of them, and they can just scroll through it.
That's funny.
So that works. There's also a really great, it's the Dragon Dictation, which is on the iPhone as well, but they have a iPad version.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll just have candidates just free think, and I'll just drop this in front of them. It'll transcribe their whole speech. I'll edit it on the pad.
Whoa!
Email it around to the different consultants. It works really great.
Whoa!
It's awesome.
Dad,
what else do I use this for? I'm sure you have specific questions. But,
well, I was just gonna say, what apps have do you find most useful? But that transcribing one, that's a perfect use.
So there's that app. I use To Do.
Mm-hmm.
It's at least on the iPad. Here we go. Turn it. It's a nice day planner almost checklist.
Mm-hmm.
I use this a lot on the campaigns. I juggle as a consultant. I'm juggling a lot of different campaigns at the same time, so you can actually split it up by campaigns and make checklists for those.
Yeah.
That's been really, really helpful. Pages, you can't go wrong with that. Word processing.
Right.
And anyone who's worth their salt should have an entire page full of games.
Yes. You got to have something to do when you're on the road and you're sitting in the back.
Exactly, and I mean the offerings there are great. I do use the iBooks a lot when we're referencing things. iBooks has a couple. Thanks, Zoe. A couple good features where you can copy and cite and just move text straight over to Pages.
Mm-hmm.
We have on the road purchased a couple books and actually cite straight out of the books, and it's nice to just copy and paste it straight into a speech. I didn't go with the
3G.
I figure this is actually my second iPad already. The first one got a scratch. There was some sort of coding.
Oh yeah, I read about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my second one. This is actually my 7th iPhone. Which
oh God.
How I do with those.
They love you, man.
Yeah. With tech stuff, especially with these, it's not so fragile, but I worry about it. So I don't think I'd be wandering, the streets going, oh, yes, well, Senator so-and-so, you need this.
Right.
I mean, you're putting it in a bag, and if anywhere you're going doesn't have Wi-Fi, you either live in Iowa, right?
Whoa!
Or
whoa!
But I mean, seriously, I spend most of my time either, places where I can readily get Wi-Fi or in my home office or my my away office. So if I don't have Wi-Fi, I don't know what I'm doing anyway. So
only Western Iowa, buddy. That's where you gotta watch out.
I use it a lot for the social networking stuff. Initially, that was what I was going to buy it for. I do a lot in social networking with various campaigns. I manage a bunch of accounts. I do a lot of graphic design and web design now, too.
Mm-hmm.
So this initially started off as just I could sit on the couch and not irritate my girlfriend with my laptop open and, play around on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of moved into the communications wing of what I do, the message development. I use it a lot as a phone book. I do event planning too, so fundraisers and things like that.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time just surfing the net and finding vendors on here. I think a finance staffer would actually find this pretty useful. They have the Numbers app, and you can right size it for it. I haven't tried the van. I don't know if they use the van there. I know a lot of...
there's a minivan app, it's called. Minivan, funny. You can look... No, you can't look people up, which is my girlfriend's main problem with it. I don't use the van all too often. But what you can do is take your walk list and download it to your iPhone or your iPad, and then just take that out walking and mark people off as, they're a 1, they're a 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nifty.
Finance people, the Numbers app would probably be useful. Being able to do donor research in here would be useful. Between the iPhones, the touches, and the iPads, people should just be moving this way. Blackberries are useless. Palm is getting that way. Palm has been that way. Blackberries are getting that way. Droid, don't even bother. You'll end up with a piece of crap in the end because they won't actually service it. That's my opinion, but I think it's true. I mean, the out-of-the-box stuff that the iPad comes with is great. You wouldn't have to spend more than $10 to $12 to get yourself absolutely campaign ready. I'm juggling 12 right now, and I can do it all on the pad and then do my heavy lifting like graphic design on the MacBook. So,
all right.
I hope that's helpful.
It has been very. All right, Dusty, thank you very much.